They say we controversial and we breaking the virtues. Now that we in the game, we in every commercial. Magazine, radio, we stay interviewing. Might hit up Wendy Williams just to ask her, how you doing? I wake up every morning, my face in every blog. Freaky boys, t-shirts, every catalog. They try to bring us down, but we say fuck the press. And all these weak rappers time to take a fucking rest. I'm finna sock it too.
We invite people to my...
Welcome back to another episode of Opinionated. This is episode 9. I'm Louis Jones. This is
Mark Hayes. And
Michael the Block. Oh, did I cut you off?
Just a little bit.
You know, he did that all last episode, so you know.
Whatever.
Okay, I got a question. What did you all do for Mother's Day today? Mother's Day was yesterday, Sunday, March 13th. It was 13th. It wasn't yesterday, it was Sunday.
Sunday.
Anyway,
Sunday.
What did you do for Mother's Day? How did you celebrate Mother's Day?
Went to work and my restaurant job and made a lot of money and dealt with a whole bunch of annoying white people. And then also,
can't say that on the show.
Oh, whatever. I mean, that was the majority of them.
Sometimes they're annoying.
Yeah, they had the majority of them.
Sometimes black people are annoying.
Sometimes black people are annoying too. It's just that my restaurant specifically, a lot of white people go to. So I had to deal with
tips.
You know, the tips were great. Like, made a lot of money, and then after that, I called my mama. You know, and had a great conversation and told her I love her. You know, and move forward. So how'd y'all do Mother's Day? What y'all do?
Go ahead, Mike. What did you do?
I celebrated by not having a baby mama.
Not having a baby mama.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I sent my mom some bread so she can get herself some lunch or some dinner, whatever.
Nice.
It's
nice.
That's nice. And I actually borrowed from my mother. I'm like, okay, no real life.
Happy
like,
Mother's Day. Thanks for having me.
I'm like, man, let me get this money about you real quick. I'll hit you back. But me and my mother have a type of relationship where, like, I feel like every day is Mother's Day. You know, like, we cool, we good. That's my girl. So, like, you know, if I got it, she got it. If she got it, I got it. You know, so it's just another day for me. But for all her other 7 living kids, they gotta come up.
Why you say living?
Because it's 9 of us total, but one of us is not here, so we just have to, we still try to keep that number.
That would be 8. Listen, Pierre.
I was thinking of the same thing.
It's 9 kids, 1 passed away. It's 8 living. I include 1, but her other 7 kids.
Okay. It's like a kid's math problem. I feel you, with the apples and shit.
But they gotta pay up. But I actually have a surprise. We actually gonna go on vacation. I'm just not telling her where we're going. Because I know she always wanted to go. We're gonna go next weekend.
Back on my mama's.
Cancun.
It's a place that's
Puerto
like
Rico.
sentimental to her.
Europe?
Nope. We're not gonna go there anyway. But Mother's Day was dope. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Please, don't people be happy Mother's Day to my father and all the other BS. Save it for Father's
That's Father's Day, B.
Yeah, please save it for Father's Day. Don't mix that two.
There's actually a Father's Day.
Right.
Yeah, people do it on Father's Day. My mama don't feel
You celebrate the fathers who actually were fathers and mothers who are actually mothers.
Nobody care about the transgender.
You know what P.L. was saying all weekend? You know what P.L. was saying all weekend? P.L. was saying, he told me to pay it. He told me to leave him alone. Let's talk about it. I'm saying,
don't even put it out there.
No.
What? Don't say it?
I can't.
No, he gotta say it now.
I can't just bring it up. Like, you know what I heard?
Nope. I'm gonna talk about the show. Y'all can bring it up.
Sorry,
was it something racist?
No, it wasn't nothing racist at all. It wasn't racist at all. It wasn't nothing dealing with race. Let me clarify that. Pierre did not say anything dealing with race. He did not say anything.
Oh, was he talking about his Trump supporting views?
Nope. We will talk about it after the show. We will talk about it after the show.
I want to know.
I can't.
Everybody else wants to know. You want to know, right?
Nope. I ain't saying it. I can't say it. Okay, so
real quick before we get started, I got a show tomorrow. LA folks, North Hollywood Comedy Festival. I got invited. It was like 400 plus submissions, and your boy got invited. So pull up on me. It's at El Tejano Bar and Grill right there on Magnolia Boulevard in North Hollywood. So if y'all in town, come through. Shoot me a DM. I might put you on my guest list.
When being talented actually pays off, right?
Hey man, listen,
that money,
still not getting paid.
Yeah,
still not getting paid. Oh, they don't get paid.
Get exposure. That's the good thing. Get exposure.
You feel feel me?
You know. But we're going to move right along. We're going to go right into the questions because we have a lot to talk about today. So the first question we're going to talk about is, let's go with this scenario. Tina Knowles revealed that she took Beyonce and Solange to counseling to deal with Beyonce's stardom. Says that Solange had a hard time living in her sister's shadow. What do you think and how do you handle it when someone else gets more attention than you? Or you can answer the question, how do you deal with sibling rivalry? I'm going to start off with Mike this week.
I don't really have any sibling rivalry. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you an only child?
Nah. I mean, I technically kind of, but I got a bunch of
No, I feel you. Right?
brothers and sisters and shit.
Yeah,
I don't really deal with sibling rivalry like that. We all kind of cool. Everybody doing their own little thing or whatever. As far as dealing with like success and other people's success and my success and shit, I mean, I had a mental breakdown and I got 1,000 followers, so I might not need to be famous. That's not a good idea for me.
It'll come over time. Yeah.
Nah, we're good.
What about you?
Oh man, I don't really deal with sibling rivalry either because my little brother's like 14, so we had like a whole completely different separate lives. But I can't imagine being Solange and it being pretty hard for her when your sister's Beyonce. Like if my sister was Beyonce, I definitely would feel like, damn, I probably need to do something. But it's
I mean, for years, like Solange was like the butt of people's jokes too. You know what I'm saying? Until she dropped like that album. And
yeah.
Everybody was like, I mean, you could be Solange. You know what I'm saying?
Solange was like, oh, okay, Solange
like
is actually really good.
Michelle came and took.
Michelle took the crown for
Michelle forever taking L's. I'm sorry, baby. I know you gave your life to Christ and all that cool stuff.
Yeah, man. But, I mean, it makes me think about y'all know about
Michelle.
I love Michelle. Michelle is very talented. Michelle
And what?
Michelle
And being a Christian.
Wait a minute.
She's the most important member in Destiny Child. Because without her, Destiny Child would have not succeeded.
She actually saved Beyonce.
So why
is
she not done anything?
Why is that?
She had number one gospel singer, number one gospel. That's her lane.
I can drop a gospel single.
There's rarely a gospel artist who can go number one on the main charts. Really.
I can go number one with a gospel song right now in the gospel charts.
No.
And she tweeted the other day, ain't nothing said about my bank account.
Hey, there you go.
When you are one of the biggest brothers and forever, three-time Grammy Award winner, her parts was really, really important in Destiny's Child. She brought a gospel component to the
and she could actually sing.
And she's a really good vocalist.
The rest of the people that left Destiny Child, they weren't all singers.
Let's just say if
some 3 other people, some 2 other people.
Let's just say if Beyonce is Michael Jordan.
What's her name?
It was Farrah, Latavia, and Latoya.
If Beyonce is Michael Jordan, fucking Michelle's not even Scottie Pippen.
Think of the.
She's not even Scottie Pippen. She like Steve Kerr coaching ass.
Okay.
It's a sports name. I think of like Will Smith's other son. I'm trying to look him up. I wonder
the first child.
Yeah, like I wonder how he. He's
a DJ.
He's a DJ.
Yeah.
But he's going through something.
What is he going through?
Probably.
They talked about it on the first episode of Jada Pinkett's new show with her daughter.
Jada Pinkett has a show.
Yeah. So it's a really good show. It's a really good show. We won't promote it here because we're trying to get
it. Is it a show or is it?
It's a Facebook show. It comes on Monday.
Is it a Facebook show?
Yeah, it's on Facebook. We'll talk about it.
They just be sitting down chilling and shit.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. No, they do more than that. I gotta give them credit.
It's live. Is it live?
It's a Facebook show. It's recorded. It uploads every Monday. It's pre-taped.
Oh.
Let me answer this question. No, it's a talk show.
Man,
it's a talk show.
God damn.
I want to know. I don't know what Facebook show is.
I'm going to the Facebook show.
It was innovative.
Is it a short film?
You know what I'm saying?
Is it an infomercial?
Is it live? Oh, so it's recorded. Is it skits? Do they have guests?
Really good show.
So is Jada actually on it?
Is Will on it?
Does Pierre work on that?
Okay.
Right?
Okay, basically, when people get more attention to me all the time, I don't give a fuck. I don't really strive for attention. I do my own thing. I make my own rules, whatever.
Yeah.
Sibling rivalry, it never really wasn't sibling rivalry with me because I was always the youngest. I was always like...
So you had like 18 brothers and sisters, you said?
Basically, step and biological.
Nigga said he had 18 brothers and
That's
sisters.
just like
Step 1, he had 16.
I have 10 biological siblings and then I have 5 step siblings that I grew up with. So
were all y'all in the same house?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. So basically like I'm the youngest of everybody, basically, and then my older sister took care of some of us, so we all kind of grouped with her, and yada yada yada. So it's a long story, but we all close. We all close. The thing about it is that I never really dealt with civil rivalry. The closest sibling that I have to me, mine is a sibling that passed, is my brother, who's 3 years older than me, and we basically did everything together. We went everywhere together. We went to the same school, yada yada yada, up into high school when we separated. But basically, I think he got like all the ass whoopings and stuff like that, and I never got whooped back on. Like he always got
That's how that works.
and stuff like that. Mom always felt like, if the youngest one doing something, the oldest one, should take accountability for it or whatever. So I was
setting an example.
Yeah, like I'm a whoop you because you the older one. That's how her mama did her. That's how mama and them did them.
That's
so I never got whooped by my mama. I never got whooped by my mother. So I don't,
Wow.
I feel like I ran that rivalry.
Hey, Mark, you remember the last time your mama put her hands on you? I feel like every man remembers the last time their mom cried.
It probably wasn't that long ago, honestly.
Damn, yes.
My mama did one thing to me in her entire life. My mama did one thing to me in her entire life. It's the only thing she ever did to me in her entire life. Versus my other brother and them get like whoopings. No, I was preparing to fight one of my nephews. And basically,
preparing, nigga?
Yeah, I was on my way up over there to really lay hands on her. I was on my way to really
drinking raw eggs.
Basically, drinking raw eggs. I had to leave one destination.
Doing a Rocky dance and shit.
I had to leave one part of the house and I had to walk to the other part of the house to get them. As I charged them, all I realized my mom was getting up, coming towards me, and I was looking up. That's all I remember. I was just looking up.
This nigga blacked out.
I got flipped quick, and I was just looking up.
By your mom?
Yeah. She just quickly flipped me boom. I just hit the ground. And I was probably this size at this point.
Damn.
I was a big 15, 14-year-old, but I got flipped. Boom. That was that.
I don't remember the last time. I just remember all the times. I don't remember which time was the last.
I feel like every man remembers the last time their mom, because you just really mom. Really
that ain't never touching
that shit ain't hurt.
My last time.
Yeah, she just stopped at
now my siblings.
This nigga grown, man.
My siblings was infamous for a whoopings. They was infamous. I was in the middle, so it was always my brother who 3 years old. It was two sisters. My brother and my two sisters, they all 1 year apart. 32, 31, 30. And then it's me, 27, and then it's my niece who also 27. So between me, my brother and my niece,
27?
I got nieces and nephews with kids. My sister and them 40 something years old.
Oh yeah, because they got older.
I'm the youngest on that, so they all.
I hope they at least about to be 50.
Yeah, they are. Well, all my sisters had kids after 18, and they the same age as me. Put it that way. All them kids.
Oh wow. So they had them right after 18, huh?
Yeah, basically. But anyway, moving forward, basically, it's my brother and my niece will be playing a video game, and I'll be asleep. And long story short, my sister come whoop all of us, and I'll be like, I didn't even do nothing, but it was them. But because I'm in that, because I didn't trick, we all got a whooping,
Yeah, but I got time for figuring out who did what. I'm just gonna beat everybody.
Exactly. And it's 3 in the morning anyway. It's a school night. It's 3 in the morning. It's a school night. Y'all making noise. Knowing my sister gotta be up in the morning.
Black folks, we gotta stop beating.
I blame Cadero.
Beating our kids senselessly.
Yeah, man, we gotta stop, yo. It's 2018. I understand, just because we've done things. I know this isn't even a topic, but we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, but we have this conversation all the time.
Since we gotta stop doing shit just because we've always done shit. Eventually you gotta be eventually you gotta be you know what?
Break the cycle.
So are you saying we shouldn't beat our kids though, or?
We shouldn't. We should not whip our kids.
I was beaten growing up.
I think we should spank our kids.
We should not whip our kids. We should not whip our kids.
We should whoop our kids.
Our kids is not as educated as your kid is the kid. So why is it that you get to a point where you need to take your anger and frustration out on your kids? Your kid is a kid.
It's the difference between beating your children and disciplining your children.
We're not gonna have this conversation today. We're not gonna have this conversation
because we see what happens when you don't discipline your children.
Yeah, you gotta
Mr. I'm
and we see
always
what happens
right.
when you deal with your kids. So
You see the school shootings and the theater.
That's not true. Those
are people that didn't get
that is a whole different. That's a whole different.
It's a reason. Understand that it's a reason that it's.
That's a whole different.
We can watch the news and we can be like, oh, it's a white man that did that because black people don't do this type of thing because we got
no. One thing my mama was good at. My mama never really had to whoop us because one thing that she was good at was the look. the black mother look.
See, that's
and it automatically got
that look like you know that I asked
but you never have to get the whooping because that was enough.
You never got, but you saw somebody get the whooping.
You knew
that look was a prerequisite.
Is that
I get the prerequisite.
That sounds like a TV.
Tomato.
My son twisted.
It's funny as shit because he made a face before he said the word. Like he knew he was finna fuck it up.
I knew it.
He knew it
because we just say prereq in college.
It's like brain fart. Visual brain fart.
But if we talking about beating your kids, like when you do beat your kids, subconsciously you're telling your kids that violence is an option. Subconsciously you are.
Okay. We're gonna revisit this topic at the with our
like
last question. No, we're gonna revisit it with our last question. It ties into our last question, so we're gonna revisit this whole topic. Hold that thought. We're gonna move on to our next topic. The next topic we're gonna discuss today is about Azealia Banks, who sat down with the host at the Breakfast Club radio station to talk entertainment. Exactly. And to talk entertainment, Cardi B, and how the newcomers are lowering the standard for women. Is the state of rap or the standard now low? Is it more about appealing or lyrical ability? Do you agree with Azealia Banks? I'm going to start with Mark.
Okay.
Didn't see the interview.
Huh? No, I didn't see the interview, but Azealia Banks is kind of just like always in shit.
Wow.
You know, she always talking shit. But I won't come up with.
I would say this. Stop you. Let me ask you this question. I'm going to ask you this direct question. Is the state of, because you are an artist, the state of rap or the standard is? Do you agree that it's now lower?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I just want to reiterate that.
Yeah, I was like,
you, since
I'm intelligent. I
never said you was. I'm going to give you the topic again.
This nigga was answering the question. He said, "Hold on, let me
make sure you answer
I'm answering
the question. It's certain parts of the question that he cannot answer because he didn't watch the end.
So I would say, I mean, like to have an unbiased opinion, like whether what Azealia Banks said or not, like the standard for rap has like gone down simply because it's more about what how you say it versus what you say. It's more about delivery, and that's all the music. Like a lot of rappers are more like, you know, have more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just more flow based type writing, you know, to their raps and shit, you know, versus like lyrics and whatnot. But lyrics are still respected, you know, just like certain artists. Yeah, I mean, because, like, you know, you still got, like, Kendrick and Cole, and you got Nicki Minaj and shit. And, like, you know, like, Nicki Minaj spits bars when she wants to. When she wants.
I know.
He was just surprised, what? Yeah, Nicki Minaj.
Because we used to give him shit because we used to just talk about Nicki Minaj.
Exactly. Nicki Minaj spits bars when she wants to. It's just, like, I feel like, you know, she doesn't. The fact is that she doesn't have to. Nobody really has to because nobody's looking for it unless you like Kendrick, and it's like people are just looking for it at that point, you know. But
I'll chime in right after you. I'm gonna let Mike kind of in that topic. But basically, what I want to say is basically, I feel like the standard for art across the board has been lowered for non-African American people. Let me put it that way. I'm going to explain what I mean by that.
I mean, I feel like it's like that for
everyone. Hold on. But this ties into the Azealia Banks point as well. The reason why I feel like the standard for artistry across the board has been lowered because basically.
Melodic flows. More of their verses are more melodic. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, but go ahead.
You back on this?
I was actively listening.
Okay, listen. The reason with African American people, the standard for us to do anything is always 10 times like higher for everybody that's not African American. So no matter what job you work, what field you in, whatever, it's always you have to work 10 times harder to be great at something. The point that Azealia Banks was making on the Breakfast Club, and with all of her points, is basically stating that you had artists like Nicki Minaj and Beyonce and Solange and all of these iconic women who put out work, and basically they set the standard so high. They was talking about, you know, like they blackness, and they was talking about relationships and opening up about their problems that we all deal with. And then basically you have Cardi B, who is this non-African American woman, she's now coming in.
What?
No, she's Latina.
Wait, what?
Not completely.
Listen,
Nah,
she's not. She doesn't have.
Cardi B's not black.
Listen, no, she's not African
She's
American.
black. She's not
African American.
Right.
She's not African American.
She has African blood.
Oh, we're not gonna have that conversation. This Paul. Let me continue. What happened? 'Cause you need that. That's a prerequisite.
Real quick.
I'm about to get on
Okay.
Google real quick. Sorry, guys.
Okay. No, she's not black. But anyway, no. Basically, now that she gets to come in and she gets to be, to a certain extent, I don't want to call her mediocre because I love Cardi B, but basically she's being mediocre because she gets on social media and she talks with broken English. She doesn't use correct grammar. She talk about like not having sex with without a condom. She talks about like just like all this other stuff, and which Azealia Banks spoke about, not me, basically. But she's talking about all of these things, and it's like she is accepted. People praise her for that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say Beyonce got on there with broken English, or Nicki Minaj got on there with broken English, and she was talking about, I don't have sex, I have sex without a condom and stuff like that. Basically,
I think only black people look at Cardi B and be like, she's not black. I think white people look at Cardi B and be like, she black.
No, she is black, but she's not
Dominican
African American.
Right, but even
race and ethnicity
no matter
is
what.
different. No, race and ethnicity is
I feel that, but no matter what, like
she's part of black.
They're gonna look at her like she black. So
she also have the privilege of choosing when to be black and when not to. And
I've never seen her not act like a nigga ever. Never seen it.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like
she's created,
and I just feel like Cardi B has been she has been herself for the longest, and I feel like that. I guess
she created that brand. What's up? Like people were slaying Beyonce because she created a brand on being like an elegant woman. You know what I'm saying? If she switched it up, it'd be different. That's like if Trina all of a sudden wanted to be like super fancy, people are like, "What are you doing?"
Trina ultimately,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Trina is fancy, but she's like, you know what I mean? If Trina wanted to be more all in her feelings and all that shit, then it would be frowned upon her by her audience because she's like, you know, what is she from Brooklyn, right? Or
she from the 305?
I'm thinking about Remy.
Oh, Trina.
I'm thinking about Remy Ma. My bad. But both of them really, it's just like they have their images and stuff that they built up with their brands and whatnot, and that just kind of causes the fans to react how they do. You know what I'm saying? If you came up that way, that's just how it is. Cardi B came up ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if she was to act non-ratchet, I mean, it would be an upgrade for her. But it would be like
I do think that's the downfall.
She would lose a lot of her fan base.
She will when she had a baby because I think, and this is just my own unbiased opinion, unpopular opinion. Basically, like nobody will want to hear that lingo or that behavior from a mother at that point. I think that would be like her downfall.
Amber Rose can still do the slut walk,
but that's a whole different.
The slut walk.
That's a whole different movement.
Obviously, he's never been to the slut walk.
That's a whole different
movement. No shit, he's never been to the slut walk. What the fuck am I going to be at the slut walk?
Because you have no idea.
What I'm saying is,
do you even know what the slut walk is? Literally like the opposite of the slut walk.
Basically, with the image that she sells, but basically with the image that she sells, it like. Regardless, her turning to a mother or not, people still supported her because that's who they're going to require
so much more from her now that she's a mother. Right now, because she's a young girl, she's 25, 26, she's whatever. They're going to require so much more. Let me know.
Nobody's thinking about Cardi B's kid.
Let me know if that makes
sense. Cardi B's kid. I promise.
You got anything you want to comment on that?
Nah, I mean, I said this shit 2 weeks ago. I mean, I've been said that art, but I disagree that it's just black people art.
Yeah, art.
People don't have standards for art. Period anymore.
White people
it's the fans' fault. It's not the artist's fault.
Exactly. White people putting their money in art and they support bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Black people do too.
Well,
White people not listening to fucking Lil Pump.
White people are definitely listening to
Lil Pump. J. Cole played on his time in that video.
White people listen to Lil Pump and J. Cole. Honestly, they just love black people.
Okay, to kind of wrap this whole question up, my whole take to kind of sum up Azealia Banks. My thing about it is that she talks about how the standard for black women is so high and it's been set so low for the Cardi B type of people. The thing about it is that in my opinion, that's a good thing that we have a high standard that people require us to meet a certain level.
I think Azealia Banks only has a career off of triggering very pro-black people.
Trolling.
And
Like,
she is a troll. She's a professional troller.
Because, bro, I've never looked at Cardi B and be like, oh, that Latina is crazy. I would definitely on plenty of occasions be like, yo, she is.
Which that's the stereotype. That's the up.
But it's a difference when you're in the same genre. Just like you as an actor, you've looked at people and been like you've seen actors and you're like, this is the standard for acting now.
Yeah,
so as a black rapper, you're like, bitch, I speak so motherfucking eloquently. Like, I would never be on this bitch level if I could compose a tweet. Like, we have, like, she's on top of the chart and she can't spell. That will fuck me up in the head. Like really?
Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Like, what the fuck do I have to do?
I gotta be a dumb camera to get attention.
So, she still has that platform to be that artist.
Yeah, but
like,
she's
not.
Is she not a
She's doing it for herself. No, she's amazing.
I've never heard of.
No, she's a real.
Actually, like,
she's really good. She's sabotaging herself by attacking these women because it makes people.
But she's not attacking.
She attacked everybody.
No, she is attacking people because
she attacked everybody.
She praised Cardi B. No, she attacked a few people. She praised Cardi. No, she attacked Iggy. She attacked Beyonce.
Attacking is subjective, and everything
she attacked.
Everything she quotes unquote attack people. Like on the Breakfast Club interview, she talks about how she has opinions like every other person, and she literally just tweets them. Right. She says now what everybody else do with her opinion, it literally is not her fault.
When the media get it,
and that's exactly what Charlamagne does. Charlamagne will see something and be like, "Oh, that's whack." Everybody be like, "Oh shit, Charlamagne said this." It's like
I've never heard of Zay's.
Yeah, she actually.
No, I'm not even talking about her music anymore. I'm not talking about her music anymore. Anytime I hear Zay Banks' name
in the media,
it's always
her trolling.
Something negative, or putting negative energy out there. So if you continuously put negative energy out there, and all negative energy comes back to you, you can't be mad at nobody.
This is what she do.
But she not even mad. Like she don't control it.
She mad. Anybody that's always
no. She's not
always negative. That's what.
It's not bothering her.
It's like our president. We only hear the best.
She's a Gemini.
We never hear.
She's a Gemini. She living for it. She's a Gemini. She living for it.
We never hear about the good stuff about.
Say that louder, brother. Say that louder.
Never hear because the Geminis are the worst.
You saying Donald Trump is a better president than Barack Obama?
Hell no.
Oh damn, that's what you.
But yeah,
no.
We don't hear about
Geminis are the worst ever.
We don't.
Even Beyonce don't like Geminis. That's why you don't see them twins out.
Something. I don't know.
But what she do to wrap it up, what she does, she'll take, let's say, oh, Mark dropped an album. Oh my God, Mark album is so whack. This is trash. Yada yada yada. 5 months later, the same album. Oh my God, this is monumental. This is a great album. This is iconic. She take the same, like she read Cardi B. She praised Cardi B. I love Cardi B. Yeah, I love this song. I love this ratchet song. It's so great. I love this girl. Then when she made it big, oh, she's lower than the standard
because she gets more attention by speaking negatively than she does when she speaks positively.
Yep. So
that's a her thing. Fuck her. Next.
Yep. Next topic. We can move on. Oh, Lord. This is an interesting one. You know, I'm living for this one. I'm not living for the scenario, but I'm living for.
I'm living.
Nigga said the topic. Wait, what the fuck?
No.
This topic gives me life.
It does.
To be.
It does.
Not to be a great topic.
Recent profiling incidents from the Waffle House to the public parks to the Yale dormitory to Starbucks and even recently to the real estate agent has caused an uproar on social media regarding should people be calling the police on black people for non-logical reasons.
I don't know. There's too many opinions.
What are your thoughts on this topic, and should there be a punishment for such acts, for basically people calling the police on black people for non-logical reasons?
There's too many opinions here.
Are you calling 911?
I'm gonna have to call 911.
But when you call them, listen.
I'm offended.
When you call them, you gotta leave the phone and you gotta hit it. Because if they catch you anywhere on site, it might backfire on you.
No, it's a phone. He's got a gun.
It's a what white gun do you know people have?
Why women calling the police on black people? That's just straight up fear. You know, people just like ignorance and fear. You know, you can't really. I mean, you can't blame them. It's just some people are just shitty people.
I saw a video recently. And we're gonna post it on Opinionated on our page because I think it's an interesting video. It was a video of a Caucasian family driving through the safari. And all of the
this guy here, I know exactly where he's going.
Everybody got out the car and started walking through the safari.
Like, well, like, wow.
The cheetahs ran up on the whole family. The cheetahs, they had the baby in the hand. The cheetahs like trying to get them. They slowly walked back to their car and got in the car. The cheetahs didn't eat them, but the cheetahs ran them back to the car. You got your newborn baby in the safari walking, where there's lions, tigers, bears, all four-legged animal that is known to eat people since the beginning of time. But you calling the police on a black person minding their business. This is why I think that this topic needs to be really looked at from an in-depth point. And the reason why I say it needs to be looked at from an in-depth point because everybody in the universe knows what happened when black people meet and have an interaction with police no, listen. Everybody knows the interaction that black people have with police officers when we are interacting. So it only makes me think that you all have an alternative motive when you're calling these police officers. I really would hope that you all would not be calling these police officers for the sole purpose of us having these interactions with the police. You know, it only makes me think. Because if I'm paying my money at Yale, and I fall asleep because it's finals or midterms, and I wake up to the police waking me up because I'm not supposed to be here, or you question I'm supposed to be here, as if I will trespass on a full-blown campus, go into the dormitory and fall asleep. And you call the police.
It was library, wasn't it? Wasn't it in the library or something?
It was in the common area. Basically, the common area. So my whole point is like, what's your purpose of calling the police? Is your purpose of calling the police on me is so that I can have these interactions where something can happen to me or I can be handled or whatever? It only makes me think. I'm not saying that that's everybody's purpose, but it only makes me think that far. So this is why these situations need to be looked at from a severe standpoint, and there needs to be some type of consequence for stuff like this that's happening.
I never thought of that way.
You know, that's just my take on it. I'm not saying that that's everybody's motive, but when I see that y'all kicking it with lions, tigers, and bears, and then y'all call the police on people who sleeping in the Yale college dormitory, I don't get it. I'll let you take it because I can drill it. I can go all day with it, but I'm giving it to you.
You did.
You did.
I saw
it again. I will not give 1 second to you. Not 1 second. Not 1 second. Not 1 second.
I saw some, like, I don't think it was a meme, but it was talking about how even police officers are starting to get a little irritated.
No, it was an article they wrote.
Police officers are starting to get a little irritated with the fact that white people just keep calling.
That's why that lady was hanging up the phone.
That's why she.
Like, just stop.
The one y'all want to serve jail time?
I said,
I was being politically correct. I was being politically correct. Mike here read me, so I was being politically correct. But sis, listen.
Keep hanging up.
I was being politically correct. Let's go.
But like, cops should probably, like, with this knowledge going into the situation, scope it out first before you fucking approach. Scope it out. Like, just sit back and look and be like, this nigga's just asleep. I'm gonna go away.
He's barbecuing.
I feel like the cops did basically work with her, the Yale student. They basically was like, you know what, we just want to do our job. Don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah, they did.
Even when she like, I'm gonna open up my, like, can I see your ID? She's like, I'm gonna open up my door. She opened up her door, and they just like, you know, have a great night. But what's happening to this Caucasian person who keep calling the police? Like, what's happening to her? I understand the point that you don't want to fear people from calling the police, so it's like it's really nothing you can truly do.
It should be It should be like every time you call the cops, they log it and they log how like
they do.
But do they like differentiate?
For life.
Do they differentiate between how legitimate the phone call is? Oh, for real? Then shit. Well, if they do that,
there's some people that
call the cops all the time. So like. Yo, if you that's
to the point where it's almost like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, that's a
like when you.
It's like when you really in trouble.
When you really getting killed, police like. We call every day. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
To shift the conversation just slightly, let's talk about the video really quick. About the video where the Caucasian doctor was calling the police on the guy who was barbecuing in a designated barbecuing area. Yeah, she's not a She has a.
She's not a medical doctor.
Yeah,
she's
she has a doctorate.
She's a doctor. She's a doctor.
Oh, she's calling dudes on a barbecue.
It's a lot of hate. It's like I can imagine that scenario.
He was barbecuing in a designated area. A barbecue in a designated area.
This nigga looks happy.
No. Listen.
Basically,
the person that called her out was a Caucasian woman.
I saw that.
And the Caucasian woman lit into her to the point where she basically reversed the psychology. Like, so the white woman she reversed it. So the white woman ran to the police. She was like, they're crying, they're harassing me. Like, so she harassing a black guy, but then the white lady called out. She's like, she's harassing me. And this is why I always preached about the fight fire with fire, because Jane Elliott, a famous psychologist, had did that study. I don't know if you all seen it, but it's a study where basically she separate like the brown skinned people from white people, basically, or color-eyed people from each other, and basically she mistreat the blue-eyed people as they mistreat black people. And what we realized in the video was that all of them were so frustrated and crying and walking out, and she was like, you can't walk out because black people can't walk out, how you all mistreat them, you know, like she was really kind of like making it an eye-opener, like how they treat us, and they don't see it until it's happening to them, and now they want to cry wolf and run to the police and all this other stuff, but you're doing the same thing to other people. So it was like just a really good, I think it's a really good video to kind of show, you know, display like how they treat each other, how they treat us, and then how it's reflected back on them and they can't take it, you know, in a sense. But
what are the comments looking like? Freaky boy.
Nathan? Nobody?
Y'all being corny.
Besides, guy in the bandana is annoyed as fuck.
You said guy in bandana is annoyed? I'm actually chilling this episode. You could have caught it like a couple weeks ago.
We caught it.
Yeah, they did catch it a couple of weeks ago.
They did. It was on the comment section.
What you calling stupid? What did you say?
Oh, yeah.
I said somebody was a dummy. It was a dummy.
Call him dummy.
Anyway, this is an interesting
Sierra.
My sus. Anyway, interesting topic. Donald Glover, child in
guy in the bandana, motherfucker. I got a name. It's at the bottom of the sheet.
It's not.
Childish Gambino. No, it comes up every blue moon. Okay, Childish Gambino.
I'll put it up.
Is currently being dragged on Black Twitter by people of color for dating outside his race. Some say that black women are not attracted to weird and corny guys and often overlook these type of guys. Can black women be mad at black, weird, and corny guys for choosing to date outside their race? I'm going to start off with Mark.
First of all, Donald Glover is awesome. He's not corny. He's nerdy. Second,
they don't like nerdy too.
They don't like that. They don't like that.
I don't like when you drop under the umbrella.
I don't know, man. That's so when black women like aggressive dudes, like you mentioned it earlier when we was talking about it, like black women like. Yeah, that's kind of like the sum of it, really. It's like black women like aggressive dudes for some reason. Because, I mean, a lot of black women, I ain't going to say all black women, but a lot of black women that I've known growing up have been slightly aggressive, you know. And if they're the aggressor in the situation, they're not really big fans of it. But, and also they just, you know, they probably just can't relate, you know, just can't relate. So, but, you know. See them get successful and start making money, then they get mad. Like, why is he dating a white girl? Like,
what's the fix?
Like, you wouldn't date him.
What's the fix you just did?
But why is it dating a white guy? I don't know what that was. That's a girl complaining to me. Why is you call me?
Bro, you're the most committed to jokes I've ever seen. And I tell jokes. This nigga be so committed to his jokes. It's insane.
It's, you know, that's just how I see the world, I guess. I don't know. But
let's go, Mike.
So, I think this topic spawned from, like, I was listening to a conversation the other day where this shit was, like, listing black men, like, successful black men who date white women. And they were like, oh, they can have him because he corny. So, like, they mentioned Donald Glover. They mentioned Amari Hardwick, Ghost from Power. They mentioned,
is Amari Hardwick corny?
That's what this woman was saying.
Really?
They mentioned Tay Diggs. They mentioned a bunch of
Tay Diggs. So what qualifies?
That's what I'm saying.
Corny. That's
what I'm saying. Keep game. Like, so you're mad at you're saying that you don't want this man because he's quote unquote corny, so they can have him. But at the same token, you mad at the fact that he's with a white woman? So the moment you say a black man isn't something enough for you, you cannot be mad at that black man for dating another fucking race.
Right.
You gotta sit there and shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and let that white woman enjoy that corny motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That rich corny motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like, if I'm being 100% honest, I've been called corny by plenty of chicks. And then I'll have them same chicks come to my stand-up show. Mike, I didn't know. Oh my God, you're so funny. You're so this. Ship sell, bitch.
In your defense, though, bro, you lost a lot of weight in the past, like, 2 years, right?
Yeah, the last couple years. Yeah. I get called corny to this day. Last year I was talking to said I was stiff.
Yeah.
Said I was stiff. It was just like, she came to my show. She's like, yo, like, my bad. I judged you wrong. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
What you doing tonight? Nothing with you, bitch.
Yeah, these girls want you to be half thug and shit, but half scholar.
That's what I'm saying.
These girls I'm a thug and I'm a scholar, bitch. Come make love.
And you gotta have a felony and a mixtape to get girls in 2018.
You gotta have a felony and a mixtape and a college degree.
You gotta be fresh out the joint with a 700 credit score to get it.
I disagree with all of that.
Oh man.
I disagree with all of that. You know,
That was very logical what I said.
I think it makes
I'm
sense.
very curious to see what you're about to say.
no, it makes really good
Extremely
sense.
logical.
It makes really good sense, but I disagree with it. I think it's a deeper issue than just the surface. Basically, if in my opinion, and what I've experienced, and also what I've heard from women that I speak with, which I probably speak to more women than you both together. You know.
You don't know.
I do. Well, I know you're Pisces. So anyway, but let's move on. Let's move on. Basically,
astrology.
No.
You feel me?
Anyway,
I'll be like, yo, I drank Gatorade today. That's because you're
Scorpio.
Scorpio's always.
I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all know this at 9:30.
Oh, because you're Pisces.
You know,
Pisces pissed between 9 and 10.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. That's because you a Sagittarius. Your Sagittarius is always waking up.
All y'all waking up.
Everybody has their ways. But no, I think it's a much deeper issue. Basically, I think that the quote-unquote corny, nerdy, and weird guys, I think that those type of guys that women look at is like growing up in like not the hood or not the urban area. You know what I'm saying?
So like white people type.
Basically, they grew up around non-POC. You know what I'm saying? So typically, they're more likely to go out and to date people that they was raised around. You know, like me. Like I lived in Minnesota for a certain portion of my life. My mama lived, and I was at a non-POC school. But I realized that I was more like I had Caucasian friends, and I had Caucasian female friends and stuff like that. When I went to high school and I went back to Chicago, I was around black females all the time. So that became like my life. You know, I'm still around black females. I think that females look at it from a standpoint it's like that corny guy didn't grow up with us. He didn't grow up with us. He didn't grow up in an environment with us. It's still a disconnect. So this is why they're not attracted to those people. Like, as we had a conversation with a female earlier where she was talking about an actor who watches, she loved him, but she heard that, oh, he like anime. Can't relate to that. It was like Jordan. Yeah, it was a turn off. It was a turn off for her.
Because he likes it.
Because he likes anime?
Because she can't relate to that.
I mean, but it's not a black.
That's
fine. It was like anime.
That's fine. Go on other to watch fucking Pretty Little Liars.
But listen.
You don't watch Pretty Little Liars.
I don't know.
Listen. It's still a disconnect. It's still a disconnect. It truly is a disconnect between those type of guys who grew up around non-POC, who grew up around non-POC versus the people who did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that from my elementary school female friends, they are totally different from my high school female friends, you know, growing up in a POC area versus a non-POC area. So I think that as women get older, they started to realize that none of that stuff is now playing a factor in it. So as you get older,
and then it's too fucking late.
It's too late for you. You know, because for a person to get with you, because it's like you don't want a done person. You just like, okay, you had your moment, I'm over you, moving on, never going back, moving forward. That's why I say Scorpio. Boom, got you. But anyway, I did.
That's a person thing.
No, that's a Scorpio thing. I do the same thing. Let's move on. Absolutely. No. Anyway.
I got a analogy, like a dope analogy. Like, so, like, say for instance, like, I don't eat beef, right? say I was one of those people that's always like animal rights and always talking about how y'all shouldn't eat beef, you shouldn't eat beef, you shouldn't eat beef, and then I saw Mark eating some beef. And I'd be like, oh, you really gonna eat some beef, my nigga? You really gonna eat some beef, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you don't even like beef. So what the fuck is your problem? Like, what's the problem? I mean,
but if Mike was a female that you liked, that you was attracted to, and you realized that Mike didn't eat beef, cool. Vice versa, Mark. If you realized that Mark was a female that you was attracted to, and you realized that this female didn't eat beef, and you was like a vegan or whatever, it would be that disconnect that would be like somewhat of a turn off. You know, you'd be like, oh, I don't. Yeah, I can't.
I make a conscious decision to try and date women of my culture because I like to do shit like watch Martin and not explain.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't explain. Yeah, but I will say.
What is that?
Yeah, but I will say that of all races of women, only black women say I'm too nice.
Black women do say I'm too nice.
Only black women say I'm too nice. Only black women say I'm this.
Because you are too nice.
No other race of women has ever said
like black women. Like black women don't want to be. It's like black women want to be a thug.
Oh, treat you with respect.
Because exactly.
It's like they want me to call them bitch or something.
No,
smack them.
No, bitch, you my girlfriend. We all understand the concept that women dates their fathers. Do you understand that concept? Do you
I'm sorry your dad is mean. Listen. No, it's absolutely
I'm just such a good guy.
Women date their fathers.
fathers.
No, listen to me. What I'm telling you, this is women date their fathers.
I don't even know that.
Women date their fathers. Basically.
Women date their fathers.
So when they meet their father, they know their father to be aggressive, to be overprotective, to be, this macho guy, whatever like that. Mm-hmm. And then they have a nice guy who comes along and holds the door and opens up the car door and takes them out and buys some flowers. You're too nice.
You're too nice.
It's not a bad thing. You're just not what they're used to.
You feel me?
I can cuss you out twice. I'm gonna ask you a question. Would you consider? I don't know. So I'm asking. Would you all consider your fathers to be aggressive guys, or would you consider them to be like nice or like corny? Is they corny? Is they nice? They dirty? Or when you look at your father, you like, damn, my father is he a real nigga. Like my father a real nigga. Like
first of all, I hate that term, real nigga.
Real nigga. I'm saying that as
but I want to say this on this platform. The term real nigga is never associated with anything positive. We need to get rid of that. Either get rid of it or repurpose it like we did the interview.
Like real niggas another topic. But just for understanding purposes of the audience, basically what I'm saying is that my father is like the person that's on the block, in the hood, like that. Like, but I'm not saying that that's your father. I'm just saying that my father is not like. I never seen him buy women flowers. I never seen, not saying that he did. I never seen it. So let's say if I was a female, I would more likely not date a man that buys flowers because I never seen it in my household. I never seen my father do it. All I seen was this aggressive man, basically, or this man that was talking shit to all my friends or whatever like that. So this is what I'm attracted to. I have to go out and I have to educate myself and I have to expose myself to these nice and nerdy and corny guys in order for me to start liking them. You have to break the cycle.
No. To put a button on this topic though, for any women that's watching and that's you, I want to tell you, old girl from Salt and Pepper could have had Will Smith. She could have. She said he was too nice.
Because and that's talking about.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you could have had Michael Devon.
She could have had that house that Jamie in. She could have had that show that Jamie in. But think about it. The reason probably
where she at? She's
probably a aggressive woman, right?
She performing fucking Push It at 60,
which is iconic and which they still get a coin for.
She could be chilling.
They still living. They still living.
And even Jada did the average black woman thing. Date a hood nigga, he get killed, and now we get the leftover.
She didn't date Tupac.
Pac definitely.
Yes, she did. Date Tupac.
He was first of all, Pac was definitely smacking. Second of all, let's stop calling this nigga Pac a thug. That nigga was an artist.
He was an artist.
He was a thespian. He was just always a round thug.
And also, if you read them. So Pac's one of his favorite books is The Prince. It's by Niccolo Machiavelli.
Took ballet classes.
So like
I did too.
So the Prince.
And you not a thug.
I am. You ain't.
The Prince is.
You gonna see P on every block. See, we just made it out of Chicago. Everybody else, we know this. You know what I'm saying? When we go back there, we know. We on the block. We on the block. It's cold.
To the block.
My best friend TT was one of the biggest drug dealers on the west side of Chicago.
Stop telling his
You know what I'm saying? Incriminating motherfucker.
He gave his life to Christ. Now he's a therapist at a school.
I know TT in the comments going crazy too. Nigga, don't be telling my business.
He had known for that though.
Telling his business.
We ain't gonna go for that. But anyway,
drug dealing past.
but that was a perfect analogy because now she realized later on that now she's more likely to date a corny guy. She actually dated a corny guy.
First of all, don't say corny because he's nice.
Such a
negative.
I'm trying to categorize. I'm trying to label and categorize for the understanding of these conversations.
Right.
Like I understand, but the people that's listening don't understand. So when I say Will was pretty much the corny guy.
Yo, can I tell a story?
Yeah, how you dance.
Can I tell a story real quick before we go to the next topic? So last night, y'all know I work at a bar now.
Okay.
So last night, I'm at my job, and I'm behind the bar. This couple walks in, black dude, black chick. Chick's kind of cute, whatever. They come in, they sit down. There's this Hispanic dude just lingering around. It's always one weirdo just lingering around the bar, drunk as fuck. So he approaches the couple, right? Buys them drinks. They're sitting there talking, whatever, yada yada. I leave. I come back. My man starts to play in her hair. The Mexican dude starts to play in her hair.
Boundaries.
Oh boy, say Marcus, oh boy. Oh boy, just sitting there, not saying shit. So I walk up closer. He goes to grab her face. Me, the corny guy, I'm like, yo, bruh, keep your fucking hands to yourself. He's like, oh, you want her? I'm like, no, I don't want her. I'm just being respectful, right? So my man gets embarrassed. He leaves. I walk away. I come back. The dude, her boyfriend, thanks me and is like, he was like, yeah, man, because I was about to. I said, nah, don't tell me what you was about to. But this motherfucker had on Supreme. He had the tats just like y'all like. He wasn't the corny nigga, but he was a little bitch ass nigga. So continue to be with them bitch ass niggas if nice guys are corny.
That was way better than your first analogy.
Bro, touching the hair.
I should have told that story first.
He touched her face.
He touched her face.
He let that dude touch her face.
She was pulling away like
but
this.
He probably wanted more drinks to keep flowing. I'm like, fuck touching this shit.
I never thought of that either. He's like, well, that nigga is going to
If they were from Chicago,
that nigga got murdered.
Listen, if they were from Chicago, she would have cleared her. The female would have cleared her.
It's like, I'm not even a confrontational dude, but if I'm not with my chick,
would have cut the shit off.
She was bad. If I'm not with my chick, if I'm not with my chick and another nigga touches her face, touches her, period, I'm going to jail. And I don't have a record. I'm not confrontational.
I'm not going to jail.
Ass.
I'm beating your ass.
I'm getting off.
And I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going home. I'm never waiting for the police to come.
Let me go. Shit, got it here.
Know the laws.
We get out there before the police.
Gotta find me.
I got my ID, nigga. Go to the bar. Give me my ID. Give me my card. Give me my ID. Give me my ID. Shut the fuck up. You ain't say nothing. You ain't say nothing.
Close me out on something.
Anyway,
that nigga on the way out.
Moving on. This is a lighter topic, but this is crazy. A White House aide said of John McCain, "It doesn't matter. He's dying anyway." No. The White House said in a statement, "We respect Senator John McCain's service. He and his family are in our prayers during this difficult time." A little backstory is that John McCain, which you all know, he ran for presidency and lost. Basically, he has brain cancer. And
he's old as shit anyway.
No, listen, he's 80. He's 80, but he's battling brain cancer.
Yeah,
he's in his 80s, but he's battling brain cancer currently. He's been diagnosed for almost a year. Listen to the story. He's been diagnosed for almost a year. I want you all to put yourselves in this scenario of one of your loved ones who probably is battling a terminal illness or whatever, and someone basically said, "Oh, they're gonna die anyway.
That's fake.
They're gonna die anyway." You know. So, what are your thoughts when someone's speaking ill of someone who is terminally ill?
Speaking ill of
is that
someone
speaking
who
ill though? I mean, that sounds like facts, but at the same
not
time,
facts.
it's just rudely presented.
Right. We all gonna die.
Like if you 80 plus, it's like, oh, he's gonna go soon. You know what I'm saying? Just like the person said they don't know the logistics of the person's illness. They just know that they got brain cancer. But even last week, we were.
And what's the whole content behind it?
Context.
Like, context behind it.
Damn, basically fucking up today. That's not you. That's not you.
Well, yeah.
Basically, she's saying that in the sense of that he doesn't matter. and that he's gonna die anyway, so he doesn't matter at this point.
Did she say he doesn't matter?
Right. I need verbatim.
No. Did she say? I mean, because
think about the topic. Not even that. The topic is. What are your thoughts on someone who's speaking down, or someone who's
I was thinking about the specific.
Right, because it's a difference.
I mean,
it's a difference. If you talking about my little cousin, it's like, you can't say that. But if you talking about my 90-year-old grandma who's about to die and she's in the public eye and she talks shit and then you talk shit about her, it's a difference.
It's a difference.
But you saying somebody talks
just like Bill Cosby.
No, that's what I'm about to say. I'm about to last week. He about to die soon.
Because you just told us that we can do anybody.
No, I'm saying you can't do anybody. Answer the question.
Of course, nobody wants us to talk ill about our families.
So
what's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on somebody talking ill about somebody who's terminally ill?
It's subjective.
It's a straight question. Okay, answer the question.
Like which grandparent is it?
No, somebody who's terminally ill. Well, pick somebody who you know is terminally ill.
We telling you that we can't just do one because it's subjective.
It's very.
Listen,
we know what you're asking.
Okay. We know exactly what you're asking.
Your time is up. Let's go to the next.
Don't just scratch me because I ain't say what you want. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, of course, somebody talk bad in my family and be upset.
If I have a sweet, innocent little
old grandma Shirley,
then dear God, please don't say nothing about her. But if I have a grandfather out here putting pills in people's drinks and he's 92 years old and he go to jail and somebody be like, he go die anyway, you're like, you're right.
We need the floor for Mike. I want to Mike to say about something.
I mean,
just answer the best way.
As a comedian, I make a lot of really fucked up jokes, so I'm not really in a place to like. That's somebody's wrong for some shit.
But that's comedy.
Yeah, and it's art and art is subjective.
Your moral conscience.
If it's a family member, like you gotta catch his fade, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, you're gonna get upset.
No. Y'all added extra on to it.
I mean, it's a question.
It's very situational.
Okay, keep going.
It's like wrong. And but at the end of the day, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. And if somebody want to run up on homie and say you got to catch this fake, they got to catch this fake.
So once again, it's basically talking about the thoughts of someone speaking ill on somebody who's terminally ill. If I know somebody, if I know that you're talking about somebody who's terminally, I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Here's where it is, and this is what I think you was trying to say. If you talking about somebody who's terminally ill and they like 45, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
If you talking about somebody that's gonna die and he in the 80s
and he done lived his best life.
The thing about it is that it don't matter what age you are, when you're terminally ill, you're suffering.
Right,
you're suffering.
Like, see, when somebody gets cancer at 30,
be in the media anyway.
If somebody gets cancer at 30, you're like, damn, they got their whole life ahead of them.
Yeah.
Somebody get cancer at 80,
you know the money. Now you talking money.
Watch TV.
I don't care what age. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what age you are. I don't care if you're 150. If you are terminally ill, or y'all don't even like people talking about y'all grandma who 60 something. Y'all turn up on that. What I'm saying, let me finish what I'm saying. Because everybody said what they had to say. Let me finish saying what I need to say. I don't care what age you are. If
you is
no what are.
I'm fucking with you.
Okay, that's the whatever. But I don't care what age you are. If somebody is speaking down on you or trying to cast you out before your time is up, I feel like that's the most disrespectful thing you can do. As a person who had a terminal illness, I think that's the most disrespectful thing that you can find.
Terminal illness?
We'll talk about that off the show.
No, nigga, you can't just bring up a terminal illness.
No, listen, because I want to keep it moving.
But AIDS, we'll talk about it later.
You know what I mean? Is somebody down from Canada?
You had said, no, we can't talk about that.
Very important thing you said.
Remember I was finna die that one time? No, we gotta keep it up.
Y'all talk about Trump all the the time about how he's old, how he's not unhealthy.
But if Trump was dying from brain cancer, my conscience wouldn't allow me to diss him like that. I wouldn't be like, oh, Trump gotta go. I wouldn't be doing all of that. I wouldn't be doing all of that.
You
I don't think they wouldn't either.
Depends on what Mike you talking about.
Exactly. Everybody gonna be like, why we got to impeach Trump? He about to die anyway. Every single body is going to say that. I guarantee that. If we find out Trump got brain cancer tomorrow, all his impeachment campaigns going to be like, okay, let's go home. This nigga going to die anyway. Everybody. There's nobody that's going to be like,
that's grounds for impeachment anyway. Somebody on this, so somebody get out of the seat right then and now.
Somebody petty in the motherfucker. Like, no, we still gotta impeach this motherfucker.
That's all he does. Maxine Waters is gonna impeach him because that's grounds for impeachment anyway. You can't do your.
I want your last memory to be a
Mike Pence is our president.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that it's disrespectful. It's just totally disrespectful for someone to do that. I don't care what age you are. You can't. It's just morally. It's morally wrong. It's morally wrong. Yeah. So it's just, some people feel like, oh, it's an age gap, whatever. If you, I don't care if I got stage 4 cancer and I got 72 hours to live. Don't sit up here to my I'm gonna die anyway because you don't know what's gonna happen.
My argument that I'm trying to make is yes, it's morally wrong when you talk about period. No, comma. Because you can. Because when you're talking about a different type of people, you can. We're not talking about. Listen. But our opinions, listen. Because how you make everybody listen. She's not talking about just any old body. She's talking about this is politics. They go for blood 24/7. 24/7. They talk about families, kids,
which is all
scandals.
wrong.
You should be locked up.
It's wrong.
That's how politics
but it's wrong. Is it wrong? Yes or no? We know how the game works. We know how the game works.
Build a nation on morality, bro.
We know how the game works. But is it wrong?
No.
Really? It is wrong.
No.
Well,
when you're a politic and you want to win, you gonna say everything. You gonna say lock that bitch. You gonna say lock that bitch up.
Even though he being
you gonna say check her emails.
Wrong.
You gonna say he not African American. His mama.
All that's wrong though.
So and so. You're gonna say he's about to die. He's about to die anyway.
What's wrong?
You gotta say he's about to die anyway.
I'm gonna make up something about Mike today. I'm gonna make up something about Mike. I'm gonna be wrong for making it up. Whether it's the truth or not, I'm still wrong. I'm still wrong. Like we all gonna die one day. Yes, we all gonna die one day. Whether we want or not.
It would be national outrage if he said that shit about a 37-year-old. People are kind of
on 37-year-old regular smuggler.
Yeah, but see, I got relatives in my family who live to be 97, 95. Back.
They not
young. If you 80, who's to say that he don't overcome that and then live to be 100 years old?
Exactly.
81. Okay,
he still could have had some.
But who's to say if he don't live to live an extra 20 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that he don't overcome that?
He still be getting on the view, talking shit.
The type of brain cancer that he has is the type of brain cancer that a lot of kids get. So to say that, we automatically know that there's no research, it's limited research there to help these kids that's going in with this type of cancer. He's like one of the few.
So here's my thing: is he gonna die?
Everybody's gonna die one day.
No,
we don't know if he's gonna die because research is still developing. So
is he gonna die from this terminal illness?
I don't know because research is developing every day. There's a possibility that research. I'm gonna be honest.
When you didn't do church, why?
When you didn't research, I had to research this morning. I missed part of the sermon.
I'm gonna talk about. Let me talk about my Let me talk about my countertransference with the
They ran out of communion.
Hold it. I need everybody's attention. I'm going to speak about my countertransference with the topic, and this is why I'm going to speak about it.
Nigga, you can't say research. No, listen. Counter what?
Listen, no, it's countertransference. I need y'all
countertransference.
I need y'all attention for real.
It's like until our minds have changed, until our minds have changed, Louis will not stop talking.
Yeah, I know. My countertransference with the topic is that I have several family members who have passed away from cancer. I don't care what age, I'm not going to go into that. I have people who died as teenagers, people who died as young adults, people who died as older adults from cancer. The thing about it is that the cancer that Joe Biden's son had, Joe Biden. Listen, I need y'all to explain. Now y'all just being ignorant. Now y'all really being ignorant, and that's like really being rude. Y'all just really being ignorant. All right. But the thing about it is that Joe Biden's son had the same type of cancer, but he passed away from it. Oh, no. So that's the whole thing. Yeah, he did. But moving forward, John McCain has this type of cancer that a lot of kids have. It's popular in kids. And to say that he's going to die anyway is basically saying that all of these kids are going to die anyway because they all going through the same type of treatment, looking for the same type of cure. So you have to be sensitive when you say certain things about this. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about all these young parents who got all these little kids who's hoping and praying for a miracle for their kid can live. This is just one old ass man who basically has this type of cancer, but you have 90% of the population are kids who have it. So when you say certain things about people are going to die anyway, which we are going to die anyway, but from cancer, I feel like you're shooting down all the kids who absolutely out there fighting cancer at 10 years old, 8 years old, 7 years old, when they should be out there playing. Right. So yes, it was morally wrong. No matter how you twist it, I don't care about politics or nothing. It's morally wrong. She shouldn't have said it.
You know, Lewis,
you're right. No, I'm just saying it's the truth.
But people don't realize it. People don't realize it until it happens to them, until it happens to their loved one, and they go into the hospital and they realize that their friends and family is trying to struggle to live, and then now y'all searching for a cure. Y'all on internet searching and stuff, and now y'all on there hoping and praying that y'all relative live, even if it's y'all 80-year-old grandma. Y'all still be out there hoping that grandma pull through. Right. So I just want y'all to think from that standpoint. Think from that.
I don't think anybody's disagreeing with you.
Right.
I don't think anybody said anything.
Okay. Next topic. Next topic. This is the last topic. This is the last topic of the show that we have. You know, thank you, Jesus. This is the last topic. No, I didn't skip one.
Okay. Ain't nobody in here religious.
This is the last topic that we have.
Figure of speech.
Research.
Do you think about this?
This is the last topic that we have of the night. If the comment sections, you already know how we get down. If you have a question, please comment it right now. We're going to answer at the end of this topic. Ask us anything.
Why does it smell like weed?
Rechurch.
Oh, it's coming through the vent.
I'm gonna tell y'all what PS is. I'm gonna tell y'all what PS is.
And it'll go black.
I'm gonna tell y'all what PS is.
He is.
Is that bad?
Hey, Pierre don't give a fuck.
Go black.
Hey, Pierre don't give a fuck. Turn us the fuck off.
Trying.
It wasn't nothing bad. That's just something you probably gonna use in your next joke. You gonna probably use it tomorrow. In your skit or whatever.
For real.
It's not even.
You got me all. I really want to hear what the hell
it's not
saying.
even that big.
Yeah, you made it seem like
it's
a big deal. Now you gonna use it tomorrow.
You feel me?
That's how
it's comedy gold. Fuck you said you. I don't think y'all like you're gonna use this.
They won't get it.
Initially at first.
They won't get it. It's just problematic.
I'll have to explain it to y'all.
And I didn't say it. I repeated it several times.
In like 1 minute on the phone conversation. We won't go there, but
our viewers are just like
so something short.
Anyway, let's go. Okay. People are okay.
Niggas take the topic. This nigga been saying this topic.
Okay. Let's Mike moderate.
Let him go.
People are requesting that you allow a few seconds when asking your baby a question such as, "Can I change your diaper?" So they can gesture and practice consent to your demands. How young is too young to discuss consent?
We're gonna go to our video that we have right now.
Oh, that's what he's pointing for.
We work from children from 3 years old. We work with parents from birth.
From birth?
Yeah. Just about how to set up a culture of consent in their homes. So, I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Of course, the baby's not going to respond, "Yes, Mum, that's awesome. I'd love to have my nappy changed." But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters.
Colton, I'm going to change your diaper. Do you consent? Do you consent? Colton, I need you to consent in some... You're not saying anything. Do you consent, yes or no, to me taking... Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Okay. That's... Okay.
Okay, we're back. So, since Mike read the question, I'll start it off.
Look at that. We switching shit up.
Yeah, we can, you know.
Okay.
How young is too young to discuss consent? I think that we should start discussing consent the moment our kids are able to understand consent. And I think that's probably as early as like 2 or 3 or whatnot, you know, and you can do certain things of like, you know, like you can talk to kids and like, oh, I'm not, you know, don't let anybody touch you, or, you know, don't let anybody change, you know, help you to the bathroom, certain stuff like that. You can do that. But when you have a newborn baby and they haven't been conditioned to learn a language that, you know, tapping them and trying to get them to consent, it's forced. It is, and I just think that I don't want to have that topic with my kids at 2 and 3, but I know we have to have it. But I just want my kids to be kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have to introduce them to this harsh world so young.
Take away their innocence,
right? Like having to prep them and, you know, not to be so trusting to everyone. You know, I just think it all become.
It's like when we were kids, you know, nobody talked about consent. They just told us don't talk to strangers. And that was pretty much it.
That's it, yo. That's all they had to say to us.
Like, don't talk to strangers.
It wasn't no like Instagram talk or
like, hey, somebody's gonna try to touch you.
That's what I'm saying.
Touch you. It's like, nah, like I don't know you, so I'm not even supposed to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. Growing up was like, yo, don't accept candy from people.
Exactly.
Like that's
exactly.
The world is changing, goddammit.
That's why these new kids so goddamn.
Yeah, you got Instagram now. It's a different world than when
or Uber.
Uber. You know
no, the other day I did an Uber pull and we went to pick up a little girl from high school. Remind you, I told my friend that I didn't want to do an Uber pull. She did an Uber pull anyway, and a pickup truck came and got us. A pickup truck. So then we were in there. Then we went to go get a little girl from high school. She said, because my friend talked so much, so she was talking to her, and she was a freshman.
I'm a little worried.
So we got out the Uber pool. He dropped us off at the mall, and the high schooler was the only one there. And it made me think, like,
this is our America.
This is different type of shit. Like, we just left this little girl with a stranger in a pickup truck. I said, next week we can hear about on the news, this girl been missing for a week. And the last time we saw her, we was in an Uber pool. Like, shit is really fucking changing. Like, I can imagine my kid getting out of school, like, let me call my Uber. And, like, just a nigga coming to pick my child up.
Some random nigga.
Hey girl, you Stephanie? Hey, you Stephanie? Come on, girl.
Shut up, you bitches, Stephanie.
But in retrospect, we grew up taking taxis and stuff.
You smoke stuff.
But we grew up taking taxis and stuff. You know, like hopping in cars. No, we couldn't even top out.
It's different because, like, with Uber, I mean, Uber and shit.
They go through the same rules and regulations.
Shit.
They do. They go through the same process.
Not as taxi drivers. You have to be licensed. You do
licensed.
License.
Today.
I said license. I said license. I said license.
Talk too fast.
We talk too fast. And we're country. We're country as fuck. So
Texas.
But y'all not country though. We Mississippi country. Like all our people. Yes, see? Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Our people from the South.
Well,
and they taught us all the, you know, they taught us all the lingo and stuff. But we see each other. That's all that matters.
All right, so I'm the one. I'm the one that's always on here talking about how, like, you know, we shouldn't generalize like races and cultures. This some white people shit. Like, let's be honest. This is some, like, who the fuck gonna ask their baby if they can change their diaper?
Somebody that didn't get a whooping when they were.
Yeah, you right. But what the fuck? Like, what the baby gonna say? No, I ain't be stinky then.
No, nigga.
Be exactly. Sit in your shit all day.
Exactly, but she's
no,
stated that
because if I don't
feel like being touched today. I'm not in the mood for it right now.
Because if I don't ask you if I can change your diaper, you gonna get raped or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
It was this thing. No, it was this thing on social media where like a lot. I think Pierre probably remember it, but it was like a lot of fathers. Like it was something where like the fathers they was questioning like the fathers changing the kid's diaper or something like that, and people was like, well, I don't want my baby daddy changing.
Saying no man should change his daughter's diaper.
Yeah.
Why not?
So
what the?
So if mom has to work all day and then she got something to do after work, the baby just got a shitty diaper all day.
Yeah, that's hey, mama come home because I want the father to change the diaper.
I can't touch no lady diaper. You know,
this is your baby. This is your biological child. This is your biological child, and they telling you can't do it because they're afraid.
Like my semen was
this
essentially creating you. Like you couldn't be here without me.
Like what the hell are you talking about?
Now I can't make sure you ain't got shit in your butt. Like
what is America?
Now the baby get all infected.
But see, that's why them conservatives be talking about there's a war on men and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that sounds like some war on men type.
Yeah, it's like you can't do nothing nowadays.
Jesus Christ. They putting the blame on men as if men are the perpetrators. Yeah, you know, it goes. It's
psychotic.
The funny shit is, a bunch of people that are like proposing these laws and bringing up these topics are motherfuckers who had their dads change their diapers. Fucking weirdos.
And then I'm gonna say what they fathers did too. So should parents ask permission from their toddlers and kids to do a particular task? So basically, like
there's no toddler shit.
So like so basically like with your kids in your house. So basically like somebody spoke about like you should knock when you go into your kid's room and stuff like that, or you know you should like stuff like that, like you know.
Nigga, you owe me.
Nigga, this my shit. I'm pretending like this your room, but really, this is my room.
I let you stay here.
Like as black folks, like none of us can really understand because we were raised different.
Yeah, exactly.
Growing up, it ain't no fucking closed doors. Nigga, you can't close your doors and you going to bed.
Exactly, like. Why you got closed doors?
You doing there?
Exactly. So do you all feel that?
I locked my door in accident one time. Nigga, my mom lost her shit.
Lost her mind. I've had that happen a few times.
Locked doors in my house.
I feel like we
nowhere.
Man, I was in the bathroom thinking like I was showering.
I can't do nothing.
My room was off limits, goddamn.
What you doing?
I can't do nothing in my room.
What you doing?
Minding my business.
Okay.
Real talk, like they try to do when the lights out and shit, and you all of a sudden like.
Hey, you gotta hit the last. Or
last.
No, last.
Last. You know, BT cut your shit.
Input.
Your pop be like, yo, why you watching SpongeBob with a hard dick?
It's like
my stepdad be like, I know what you doing, nigga.
I know what you doing. You still gonna act sleep.
My stepdad been in trouble. My mama wasn't in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. My stepdad was a cool one. My mom
we have a door
straight through the door. Straight through the door. I didn't even want none. Want to interrupt me.
I felt like you getting home.
We didn't have a door on our bedroom. Like
we keep going in this direction. In like 50 years, we gonna have to ask our dick for consent to
Where can I touch? Can I touch? Can I touch you?
That should definitely be a bit.
That should. I'm gonna write that down.
With this question, I struggle with it, and the reason why I struggle with it because I understand from a psychological standpoint what they're trying to say and what they're trying to accomplish, and then I understand from my own personal experience what they're trying to accomplish. The thing about it is that I truly believe as a person that ain't nothing I need to say to a kid. Ain't nothing a kid need to say to me. It ain't nothing we need to talk about. And the reason why,
like hell,
listen, do the Papa Lion go talk to the cub and get consent from the cub?
We don't know, like, ain't never been Papa.
No. Listen, basically, I'm the head of household, right?
Beat your bitch ass.
No, Simba talking to me. I feel like
Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. I'm gonna have to beat that ass.
Think about this.
Didn't I tell you not to
why do the head of
graveyard?
Why do the chief need to talk to get consent from
aliens? Like
I'm the head of household for a reason. I'm the head of household for a reason. My job is to teach you everything I know to raise you and to be the person that you need to be. Me asking you for consent or permission to do whatever. I know you saying get out. I know you saying get out.
Someone whose brain isn't even fully developed, who doesn't know the English language, the brain isn't developed. Like what the fuck?
You teach kids manners. But you should not get their
But
consent.
one thing that we do need to start doing as a black community is when our kids start to get a little older, allow them to express their emotions.
We do.
And,
Instead of like, who are you talking to?
exactly.
Who you raising your voice at?
You are.
At what age should that start? At what age should that start?
When the kid is old enough to
I think high
actually
school.
understand, maybe like I would say like 12,
12?
11.
Respectfully too, because
Respectfully. But you should be able to, because as a parent,
Because I know
Paying some bills in this.
You can pay some bills in this family. Alright.
be good, because if you got like, say if you sit your 12-year-old down, and my stepdad used to do this shit to me, because my stepdad never put his hands on me because I wasn't his child, so he would just lecture the fuck out of me. So anytime I would do something, he would sit down with me and have a conversation with me. And guess what? You want to know what I do now when I have an issue with somebody? I sit down and I'll be like, yo, this is how I feel and this is what's up.
Yeah.
I got that from my parenting.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
Like I feel like a lot of black families don't allow kids to speak up or like have an opinion.
I still can't speak up as a therapist. My mom be like, you ain't my daddy.
Yeah, like my mom. My mom be like, where you raising your voice at? I'm like, I'm not raising my voice.
Like I still can't speak up to
It's literally what adults do.
They're like,
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking. Like I'm having
We're conversing.
I'm having an opinion that's opposite to yours.
My mama, like she won't allow it. She be like, yeah,
That's another reason why we be falling off
But
the
yeah,
credit
your
and
mom,
shit.
your
You know
mama
what I'm
doesn't
saying?
think like a man should make his own money neither, though. Or like, no, like you gotta give. Your mama said you gotta give the money.
She
You gotta give the money.
Your mama should make money. What you talking about?
My mom's a pimp.
No, like her man should make money, but
Give it right to
give it to her.
She give him
Like your mom has.
She give him a certain percentage out of his own check and everything else.
She said all.
Your mom is Viola Davis.
A small percentage for you have
Small percent.
She'll
leave you a small
You got me
percentage.
fucked up if anybody's giving me an allowance. I'm a grown man.
Allowance out of the money. Yo,
I earned, nigga.
Let me give you allowance.
Like, yo, imagine that mentality, because when I go to work, I'll be like, yo, I'm about to make this bread for myself. Imagine that mentality.
but you I understand.
But like, imagine you going to work like, need to make this money for my wife, nigga. Like, no.
Right, exactly.
Nigga,
Like,
make this money for my wife.
I'm hoping I can see something this check.
if I can see something in this shit. This
Like,
shit
yo,
might be
yo,
big enough. I can just keep it 200 on the side.
You feel me? Like, yo,
She won't even know.
That's a responsible man. I don't care what nobody say. Cause
like, yo, maybe if I work a couple hours overtime, I could get some money for weed.
she gonna pack that too.
Like, man.
Can't afford
Oh
this
man, that is
But
sad.
do we have any questions in the comment section? Spear, any questions?
Everybody's commenting on questions.
Because we can wrap it up.
We gotta wrap it up.
Anybody in that bitch laughing? Did I say anything funny? Do I need to write any?
Come on and say yes, Mike.
Yes. Was it yes or yes?
Yes.
Basically, same thing. Yes.
Basically, yeah.
Any questions? Do you see any questions? Do you have a question you
As
want
I
to
said,
answer?
no. Maybe I can ask y'all a question.
Pierre, what's the hot topic questions?
More
Hot button issues.
I can't think of
problematic
anything.
Pierre.
Problematic Pierre.
That's I'll call him that name on the air, but I'll call him this other name.
What?
Oh, we can't talk about that with y'all. Stop.
Oh Jesus.
That's fine. That is fine.
Is it a woman name or something?
Because we talk about we talk about a lot of things anyway. I feel like if you feel like there's something you can't say,
I need a question,
That's
motherfuckers.
gonna be some really wild shit.
yeah, I'm
I
good.
need
Is
a
it
question.
Persia? Is
We
your name
respect
Persia?
our straight friends.
Persia.
And we respect our gay friends.
Respect our
I'm
gay
actually
friends.
writing a joke right now about how every straight dude should have a gay friend.
I really
I'm
think
serious about it.
It would really
I read a whole
help.
episode.
It would help me when the female.
there's a book that's
I'm telling you, I got a gay homeboy right now. Like, yo,
because we help our females like in their relationship.
It seems like
If y'all
went on the phone.
If y'all out here,
Exactly.
if y'all out here getting good head, it's because y'all females. Because we at home teaching y'all females.
Why you say that on Facebook? Be quiet.
stop it.
That's a P nigga after dark. That is a P nigga after dark. Oh my God.
Oh my God, no!
Yeah. You just why you shaking?
I got like. I learned that from a gay.
Damn, let me find out what Pierre was
That's every like she did. Hold on. Like fuck.
I told y'all I respect y'all, but Pierre, why you do that, Pierre?
Damn.
Why you do that?
He just blew my
Next time
fucking mind.
I get hit, I'm gonna be thinking like.
Yo, but not
Like this ain't that good. Yeah, she ain't got no.
She ain't got no gay friend.
It's so.
I got a bitch your teeth. Get some gay friends. Get some gay
gay friends.
Any gay friend.
I'm not engaged in that conversation.
I'm writing that joke.
That's hilarious.
I can't get to talking about that topic. You gotta
I'm
keep
writing that joke. That shit is
She bit my dick and I was like, man, you don't got no gay friends?
That's it. You feel me? Gay friends.
We might start the show.
Hold on, I got one more thing to say. Yo, like fellas, straight dudes, get you some gay friends. Niggas, we making fun of my
I was thinking about. Oh my god, I forgot where I saw that. It was on
Shit.
well, you know what I'm talking about? I think it's Kevin Hart, was it?
Oh yeah, it's Kevin Hart. Like he was talking about.
Bitch. It's like bitch.
But nah, get you some gay, because there's only so many times you can call your homeboys and your boy be like, man, fuck that bitch.
Or like you call your homeboys like, what they ask you, where the hoe is at? Like, stop asking that.
Gay people make shit happen.
They wouldn't actually know where the hoes are. It's like,
She's single, she ain't got no kids, she got down, she good,
And we
she married.
and we see both sides of the spectrum.
This nigga,
they're like spies.
He has Shaq.
Gay men are
I
like
can't tell y'all a lot of secrets, but
Please
my
be
straight
quiet.
friends love me.
yo, B.
My straight best friend loves me too.
I never thought head would be.
I'm his greatest
ever.
friend. My straight best friend has nothing but straight friends, but I'm his greatest friend, and he tell them. I wrote a whole episode about it.
We lit as fuck.
I wrote a whole episode about it.
We lit.
He with his girlfriend right now because of the.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like they about to get married, and I remember I just hooked them
My
up.
best friend.
That's some real
And
shit.
now they brought a house
Therapy,
together.
huh? Yeah, you do. You mentioned that like a million times. Like, you know what I'm saying?
His Instagram handle is therapy.
Teacher.
I used to be a
That nigga Mark said
teacher.
you do therapy, huh?
You do therapy, huh?
Stay off of weed.
You know, I'm a
I'm
therapist.
not even high this week. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not.
Sober?
I'm sober. Completely sober.
He
This nigga had like 5 bags of chips. I just thought.
P.S. shook
That
this
probably
shit
was sober
today.
me up.
You the straights now know I see chips, little bags of chips.
Damn.
But females also will.
Damn.
Let me know. That's you gotta watch Breaking
Let me
News.
Don't
You gotta watch
ruin
Breaking News.
anything else for me. Don't ruin shit else for me. Y'all ruin head.
We've been telling y'all years, gays are the reason the world turns in a circle.
They don't get it.
I disagree wholeheartedly, but you know, whatever.
I feel like
No,
I feel like money-
We are behind every single thing.
Like when you get into the industry,
Everything.
That's true.
your whole
Like,
life
especially
your
the
industry.
industry. We run the industry. And if everybody who is gay actually came out, I think we'll be
The majority?
the majority.
I highly doubt it.
Whoa. You mean out here?
You
Pussy is
understand?
too good.
Listen.
Pussy
No, it's not
is-
that. Don't say.
Pussy
Pussy
is-
is spectrum.
Pussy is-
no.
Well, not even just gay people. Like you know how women.
nowadays.
You know how women. Oh, this is a good
No,
question.
y'all would be surprised about who love pussy, but who also love.
Right, I was just gonna say that.
Them low key.
Like I
ones?
think.
Because I get hit on by straight guys
Low-key
more than I get hit on by gay guys, honestly. So
No, there's a straight guy that I promise. I feel like he is though.
you feel me?
So
That's how
why?
our minds work.
So here's the thing.
No,
He may not be doing that. You know, this is
Tierra talking about who around the world.
You say Tierra Patterson? Is that TT?
No.
Tierra Patterson?
Yeah.
Is he not watching it?
He's watching, but he's literally not saying anything.
TT.
But it says Terrence Terrell is watching. Yeah.
It's so interesting, but I'm not going out with y'all today. This is an after opinionated show.
Nigga, no, we not. God damn it! How many times we got to go over this?
It ain't episode 9. It ain't never been an after show. It ain't never been an after show. It gets crazy in the after show. Like, hold on. We go home.
I'm supposed to get out here Altamore and
We
drive
have a
down the
30-minute conversation about what we about to do.
I'm not having this conversation. Just know that it's a spectrum, and a lot of the straight guys
And people are
they don't get it.
sexually fluid. 99% of people are sexually fluid.
Exactly.
Richard Pryor and like who?
This is what
Everybody.
Richard
Pryor
Pryor
is straight.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Marlon hit everybody.
Why?
He make mess around with Marvin Gaye.
Everybody.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye too.
Yo, you know Marvin Gaye added the E to the name so people wouldn't think he was actually gay.
For real?
Dead ass.
Damn,
Y'all heard my Marvin Gaye joke?
Dead ass.
Yeah.
Y'all
I didn't know that. What?
My Marvin Gaye joke.
Is it really?
You know Marvin? You gay?
His mom favorite artist is Marvin Gaye, so she named her first child Marvin. Her first son Marvin.
Second son was gay.
And her
third son is gay.
His name is
That's
gay.
pretty funny.
My mama's favorite artist in the whole wide world is Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
So she named her second son Marvin, and then her third
For
son
comedic
is gay.
effect, I'm sorry, but for comedic effect, say your second son.
Right, that's why I was trying to.
I ain't counseling my older brother
He don't
out.
understand.
I ain't counseling my older brother out.
You know,
I ain't gonna cancel out Reggie. I ain't gonna cancel out Lisa.
but just for I was trying to make it funny.
I ain't gonna laugh. That was a real statement.
Have you seen the Carmichael show?
Yeah,
that was really.
I'm cool with one of the writers.
Remember when he did the dad joke and he did the dad joke about Marvin Gaye, and then he just kept okay, whatever.
Any topics?
I mean,
I was going to talk about sexual fluidity.
It seems like dudes.
I can tell y'all,
my sex is solid.
That's not even true. They do it and they poor.
Both niggas do it, nigga.
Let you know something. All y'all good boys.
But no, because we're not finna try to like make it like a outing thing, because that's the reason why a lot of people don't express their sex. Like being sexually fluid, like it's no issue, but with men, especially black men, they don't have the privilege of like not even doing it, but expressing their
sexuality.
It's
like,
so
crazy because I was gonna say you two are two straight heterosexual men,
right.
But you all do not do the same thing in the bedroom. You all have sex differently. Like basically, like you might do a certain thing and he may not like doing that. Or he might do a certain thing and you may not like doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be like, I'm not into threesomes. I want only one woman. You might be like, I'm into threesomes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different ways.
Because I love pissing on people.
Shut the fuck up.
For real?
So you're
I thought he was joking.
Talk about. So Pierre,
Let's get a break because we gonna get kicked off the air.
So Pierre is the first black Trump supporter and the first.
I'm not a Trump supporter. We're going black in 5.
Trump supporter and the first person I've ever met that pisses on people. Proud of that.
You a proud
Yeah. How many niggas you ask? Hey, mom, do you piss on people? And you'll be surprised.
Well, guess what? On the other side of that coin, nobody else volunteers that are proud of you.
Because we're talking about
because there's a real nigga.
Pissing Pierre.
So here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Pierre
there's so many things that people do in the bedroom. Like I
would still be shocked.
Like Charlemagne, like if people remember when Charlemagne first came out about getting his ass ate, everybody was like, but now if you watch Breakfast Club now, Envy has joined in.
Yeah, we.
And now Tank, and now Gabrielle Union, she eats. So now all niggas like, yeah, we all been getting our ass ate. And they're looking like, I've been eating ass for at least 15 years now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I cannot.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Niggas have come out of the woodwork.
People gonna do what they want to do.
Like my ass.
People gonna do whatever they want to do, as long as they can do it privately. Because until society normalize it, like you deserve it. Until society normalize it, people ain't gonna speak up about it. They're gonna feel like, oh, I can't speak up. Do what you want to do. Say, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not vocal about what I do. I'm just not that type of person.
Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody asks me, I'm not gonna. I don't care. I do what I want to do. I'm grown. You know, like.
And I was saying that to say.
Nah, nigga, you piss on people.
No, I was saying that to say. Like in the
Pierre is very sexually
in the future.
He's defending R. Kelly.
No,
he's like an idol. He's like his idol.
Like, hey man, he got away with it.
but in the future, I think that people will be more open to men dipping in the men pond and not identifying as gay.
Yeah, probably.
Because women dip in the women pond.
You can't dip in the man pond and not be gay.
Yes, you can.
You won't be a homosexual.
But you ain't got to be gay. I think somebody like
because you don't desire a man.
I think you can because being gay being gay has nothing to do with the fact that I have sex with men. Like it doesn't. Like I can fuck a woman and I can fuck exactly. Like I can fuck a woman tomorrow, but I'm not gay. I'm still gay.
But
right?
would you enjoy it? That's the question.
What?
Maybe would you enjoy it?
I mean, this is the thing with me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will.
Having sex with women?
I will. Like if I'm first of all, if I'm drinking Hennessy.
You can fuck a bitch?
I'll fuck a table, guy. And that's how most men are. Like, we'll fuck a TV screen. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, but it's simply left at that. But the person I want to spend my life with, like the person that I want to be my partner, is a man. Like, and that's why I
had sex with a woman.
I don't want to have sex with a woman. I'm saying I can't. I don't have a desire to say.
I thought you was just fucking bitches like
no. I'm just
like a straight nigga.
But the point I was trying to make it is women are more open about being sexually fluid,
they can do it,
and they can do it with
no problem.
And that's society, but that's only because that's only because society made it a sexy thing. So now all women is like, oh yeah, I dipped in the lady pun, and I think in the future, like especially with all these scandals coming out, everybody will see how everybody is sexually fluid.
They know it already. Because
I've been seeing porn. I know. But I'm saying when it comes out, like when more people start talking,
old and shit.
Yeah.
Favorite stars doing gay.
And I've honestly heard
straight. Nigga that shit.
I've only heard everybody. You still can be straight, but I've honestly heard stories about people like they said back in the days, like older people, they didn't give a fuck where their head was coming from.
Richard Pryor was knocking
like they didn't give a fuck where their head was coming from.
On true Rolling Stones.
like older people. Like
and they be the most homophobic now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like them 90-year-old black men.
Yeah, they old school.
But I've seen porn where two straight men.
How do you know they straight from porn?
Because they identify as straight.
How do you know?
Because they have like because the thing says like straight porn.
Nigga, that don't mean shit.
I'm confused.
But it's
so when you see
because you only thinking about sex.
Whatever you see, and I see it in reality.
Just like I can smoke weed today and not be a pothead.
Yeah,
like me.
Yeah,
exactly.
But if you smoke weed every day for a month, you might be a pothead.
Might be, but until that's why they say the first step is admitting it, because until you admit it, until Tyler Perry say he gay, he's straight. Goddamn.
Okay, how did you go off the air?
Until you say, a nigga literally can suck your dick today.
Go off the air.
Go off the air.
You still can be straight.
I don't think we've said anything that Facebook would be like.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
We talked about it. At the end of this is a progressive. It's two straight dudes.
It's progressive as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like gay.
Because like before this conversation, I just assumed any dude that touched another dick was gay.
And I think a lot of white people, my white friends in college, and this is, but because they have the privilege of doing this, I've seen a lot of straight white men, like, will get, not weed, but they'll get drunk and
nigga, you telling yourself.
They'll get drunk and like have experiments. And I think a lot of people, I read a thing that said like at least 75% of men had experiments with the same sex.
Who? How many people?
Like 75%.
Nah, that's a high percentage, brother.
But it's just the 12%. Might be the 25%.
Of having gay friends.
Yeah, you like you just might be the 25%.
75% of straight or 75% of men. Period.
Men. Period.
Okay. So
I mean, either way, whether it's straight or gay, you still a man.
75% of the population.
75%.
The way I look at it too, the way I wrote it in my dissertation is basically like I feel like you identify as gay. I label gay as when you having sex with the same sex, just without any strings attached. Just like, okay, if I go have sex with a man, that makes me gay. But I become a homosexual. I identify as homosexual. Basically, if I'm attracted to the same sex, or I desire a man, or I'm gonna get married to a man. So I now have to be
gay and homosexual.
Because what if I never have sex with a man and I like men? Does that still makes me like, like?
That makes you gay. But just
It
weird.
makes you so.
I have a gay friend that has never had sex with a man.
Wait,
So what is he
how is he gay?
Because he desires.
He likes guys.
Homosexual.
Is he
He
just
desires.
weird? Like,
It's
why
just like virgin bitches.
is he saving his
But does
booty
he have
for
sex with
marriage?
He don't have sex with
That means
anybody.
he lives a sexless life. He sucks.
I know, it's depressing.
That
Actually.
sounds depressing.
He's also
To
ugly.
be
as
gay,
Oh,
ugly.
yeah.
Well, that's probably why. It's probably not by choice.
But when you gay, two men,
Yo,
all that
man.
niggas is horny.
Niggas is horny, like,
Fuck anything.
Yeah, imagine being so ugly dudes on one. God damn. Like, I be seeing dudes with like real ugly chicks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. Like, oh,
you more ugly than ugly chicks? God damn.
Damn.
Ugly ass nigga.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's sad. Ugly dudes in the gay community still not.
Hey, what? You look like Josh Norman.
Josh Norman?
Fuck
The
is that?
DB?
Yeah. You look just like that nigga. Almost identical.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
We might have to hit the Googles.
Google that shit. And on that note, I guess we wrap it up.
We got Josh Norman. I guess we wrapping
Yo,
up.
our comments ain't fire after that conversation.
No. Well, Tiara said all the old presidents used to do that, which we know.
They had slaves too. Anyway,
And slave owners was fucking these niggas.
yeah, they were.
They
It
were.
was fucking the Mandingo.
They were. They were demasculating them.
They was fucking these niggas.
No, they was getting off. They was getting off.
And it's in the. We'll say that for later. I was gonna say it's in the Bible, but
What?
we'll talk about that
I
later.
didn't know that was in
How
the
dirty
Bible.
is some slave butt?
Okay.
Get there.
The dirty.
Get off there.
They
Thank
got-
you guys for tuning in to this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 9 of
That's pretty
Opinionated.
gross.
Tune in every Tuesday
I'm about
at
to buy
7:30ish CPT time, Pacific Coast. I'm Louis Jones. This is.
I'm Mark Hayes.
I'm Michael Devon.
We are the co-hosts of Opinionated. Share this video, comment on this video, follow us on Instagram.
If you
down
take the
here.
things I say serious, you're an asshole. Peace.
Deuces.
Oh my God, I gotta go. She's got my soul. Just gotta make it home to my lady. Just gotta make it home to my lady. Oh my God, I gotta go. She's got my soul. Just gotta make it home to my lady. And the devil keep on testing me, oh my. But the Lord just keep on blessing me, alright. I tell her no, I got control. Waiting at home is my lady, with the burgundy Mercedes. You know I'm tryna hit it daily. She say treat me like a lady.